honestly, I think that I have a couple more fights. And I believe that hopefully I can retire and start helping out the younger generation of fighters. And like I said, like they're the kid. And my son, he's 16 years old. He's going to be 17. He wants to get into boxing. He hasn't had an amateur fight yet, but he's showing interest, so that's a good thing. And there's a lot of kids. I have guys in New York that I help out and mentor or whatever. So I definitely can see myself going in that field and leaning over to that side pretty soon. But like I said, there's a couple more fights coming. I think after that, it's probably no sense of even doing it anymore. Just help out the kids.
If you beat Cotto, who would you like to fight next? Versus Mayweather?
Beating Cotto, yeah. The next fight will definitely have to be a fight with Mayweather. Other than that, I can't see myself into the ring with anybody else.
You think he'll fight you if that does transpire?
Well, I sure hope so. If he doesn't, then, like I said, I don't know. We will see.
No more rematch with Cotto?
No. We're partners. And we're building a company. I mean, Oscar is a great fighter, a great person, and these companies. It's about the future of Baltimore. It's about the future of these company fighters.
It's hard for you to believe you're 36 and you wonder where your career is. It's happened so quickly.
It did. It happened so fast. But you know what reminds me? When I go to the gym, I'm working out, I'm training, I feel young and everything. But then I go down the hill and I see my son. He's taller than me now. He's 16 years old. And it reminds me, wow, that's my son. He's bigger than me now.
Shane?
How old am I? I'm 36 years old. Wow. Okay.
Do you regret not going to 140 and campaigning extensively there?
Oh, no, I knew that. When I left the amateur career in 1992-91, I was 140. I was really a 40-pounder fighting lightweight anyway. When I was fighting lightweight, I was really a junior welterweight, just sucking myself down to lightweight to make the weight. So I don't regret it. I mean, it was a great thing for me. I fought lightweight, and I fought all the best fighters lightweight. I jumped 2 weight classes and fought a guy by the name of Floyd Rivera, which was a top Puerto Rican fighter at the time. Yeah. And and I was the only one I think to jump from lightweight to welterweight to stop a guy, to knock a guy out, making that big jump. And then fighting Oscar De La Hoya the first time, which was a mega fight. I believe that's what helped my career out. I think stopping at 40 and messing around, maybe I might not have the chance to fight Oscar, and people might not have a chance to see how good I really am. I mean, because Oscar could have been, he could have jumped to 154, and I would have been at 40 fighting around. So I think that 47 was the perfect way for me, and I'm happy. I'm happy with my career turned out, where it is turning out. I mean, regardless of the losses and the wins, that doesn't matter. I mean, my career is my career, my life is my life, and this is what I have.
Getting back to Cotto, obviously your speed combined with your power is your advantage. Is there any type of fight that you don't want to fight with Cotto?
The only fight that I don't want to fight with Cotto is I don't want to do a boxing match. I don't want it to be a boxing match. I want it to be a fight where people remember. It's a historical event. We're going to be at Madison Square Garden. A lot of legendary fights happen. There's the fans want to see a great fight, and that's what I'm willing to put on as a great fight. We will go out there, and I'm not going to be stupid and stay right there and just bang, punch for punch, because that's not my style. My style is a thinking type of fighter, but we're going to mix it up.
On yesterday's conference call, you say you're looking for a knockout. What round do you predict you might take it?
I really don't have a prediction of a knockout, and it just, if it comes, it comes. But I know that I'm ready to fight 12 all rounds, regardless of what it is, if it happens or not.
Shane, see if I can get your response to something Bob Arum said today. Yesterday, your dad said that Cotto was worried sick about fighting you. And today, Bob Arum said that, as far as he's concerned, that your dad is just trying to do what Emmanuel Stewart did before Taylor fought Pavlik and demean his opponent, because he knows that, in fact, it's you who are worried about fighting Cotto. What's your response to that?
If I was worried about fighting Cotto, I wouldn't take the fight. I don't have to fight Cotto. I don't have to fight anybody. I could just go off into the sunset and retire. So I'm not afraid to fight anybody. I think that I don't know what the thing is with my father or Bob Arum. I respect Cotto. I think that he's a great young fighter, and even after the fight, even after it's said and done, I think that he still will be maybe a future Hall of Fame or a future legendary fighter. But this, I believe, is not going to be his night. I know what I've been through. I know how hard I train, and I know, what type of mindset I'm in right now. It's going to be a very difficult fight for Cotto to make it through the fight, let alone win the fight.
Shane, you brought in considerably bigger sparring partners than Cotto actually is. What was the reasoning behind that, and how's that going to help you?
Well, I think that my sparring is. Enrique's been my sparring for probably the last 4 or 5 fights, and I just like the way he works. He's very strong, and I know when I get in there with Enrique, I don't have to worry about, if I hit him too hard, he's gonna be knocked out or anything, and I have to hold back. I can throw everything, and I know that he throws sometimes hard with me, and he pushes me around, and he's very strong and physical. So I like that. I don't like to. Even when I was coming up and sparring with Zach and Junior Hernandez, I was not a champion yet, and they were world champions, and I gained experience and I got better. So I realized that that's a good point. Also, with Constantly, he's very fast and durable and strong. He was also the sparring partner for Oscar in his fight with Mayweather and Mayweather. So I brought him in for strength as well. But he does have hand speed. So it's just a good mixture. We had a good camp and we had fun. Everybody had fun out there working hard.
Are you expecting any of those Cotto to be able to match the power of any of the bigger guys?
I don't really think Cotto. I don't think he can match the power of some of these guys, especially Enrique. He's a big guy, but I'm not really worried about Miguel Cotto's power or strength or whatever, because I've been in there with guys that are big and strong. Even in my fights, Vargas is 168 pounds. He's pretty strong, and he does have, a good punch. Regardless of if his chin is not good or not, he's a big man, and I fought him. So, I'm not really worried about strength and the speed factor. We all know that I probably have a touch more hand speed than Miguel Cotto. So, inside work is no problem for me. Outside work, regardless of what it is, I can do it, and I'm ready to do it.
Thanks, Shane.
Is there anything you're worried about with Miguel?
I'm not worried at all. I know, where I'm at. I'm not worried at all. I feel good. I'm ready to go. The only thing, I'm not even worried about that. The only thing that, I could be worried about is just overdoing it and just, doing too much. So I just make sure that I'm doing just enough just to keep my body ready and sharp just to get to the fight and be at 100%. That's the only thing I want to do is be at 100%. And all else will work itself out.
What's your weight right now?
I'm probably about 152 right now. And after I finish working out, I'll probably end up by 149.
Schumer, have you been studying Cotto's video? What do you learn from it?
I studied it. Well, I always watch tapes and films of all my fights anyway before I get up and go run or stretch or whatever in the morning. And I learned, basically he's a type of fighter that likes to put his will on his opponent. And it's not really one or two shots that he hits you with. It's a combination of shots and body shots and head shots and just kind of pushing and gnawing the guy where he breaks his opponents down. I also noticed that the fighters that he's done that to, all the fighters came from 140 to 47. So that can play a part too. I know he's bigger than a lot of those fighters. He'll probably be a little bit heavier than me going to the ring, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm used to being in the ring with the guys.